All right. Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new 1% live trading stream. As you guys know, we run these every single Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at around 9:45 in the morning. It is 9:50 a.m. on a Tuesday. It is May 19th, and we are looking beautiful today. Now, we had talked about some gold, and now gold is looking actually beautiful for some continuation to the downside. We had seen and we were looking at how gold is going to give us that push to the downside. Now, it did create that here. So on a higher time frame scale, we are looking for continuation. Clean liquidity down here at these lows. Huge range that was created from this entire move to the upside on gold. I would not be surprised if we did see a major correction in metals, and that's just due to the fact if you look at your economics, your regular middle class currently, gas price is very high, oil price is very high, war is coming. That all brings to the fact of people putting their money into gold, putting their money into silver, putting their money into assets, tangible assets they can hold in their hands. That says I can trust this. So instead of that, we focus on the manipulation, right? That manipulation. We focus on the manipulation of what we're looking for. So in this case, if we're going to manipulate everybody on a higher time frame scale, let's look for this range at these lows. Following those lows, I'm looking for more equity, but on a higher time frame scale, this looks very good for some swing shorts here soon. So from our weekly to our daily and down below, we're still looking very bearish. We made a nice little move to the downside, created. I think it was because I just came back in. I got you, brother. Should be good now. Voice clear. All right, cool stuff. All right, so on our higher time frame scale from a weekly to a daily and lower below, we had that daily move up. So we had a raid on liquidity throughout these highs right here. A lot of people were looking for swing longs. What that does is that creates your liquidity, right? Creates people who are looking for shorts around these lows, around these areas right here. And because price is pushing up and liquidating all of those, it now opens up liquidity in the market for price to continue its higher time frame structure, which was bearish, right? Lower high and lower low. So we are going to look for that continuation throughout these next few months, definitely on gold and on metals overall. I think this is going to be good for the economy in total, just due to the fact that your gas prices are high right now. Your market prices are high right now. Everything is high right now as far as your prices go. So in order to bring you a little bit more balance, people don't revolt. They're going to bring down some money that they did make, and that's going to be in your metals because metals is what did make our move the entire of last year. So very good move to the downside right there. We will be trading it today. I'm going to be waiting until after 10 o'clock to take some trades, but now I am starting to show up at 9:45 so that you guys can look for me 15 minutes before. We can talk about what we're looking for. We can talk about certain charts. We can talk about how to get ready, how to approach trading, and how to set those setups for that. So definitely focusing on that, but today should be very clean. As long as with this week as well, there is FOMC meeting minutes tomorrow. It shouldn't be too much though. So we'll continue to keep trading. Let's keep it going here. We had a nice little push up today. 4 hour breakdown. I mean, it should just be continuation as far as today goes. Tuesday is our continuation day. If you look here to the left on your higher time frame range, there is no imbalances. No need to look to the left. Our right is showing us right here that we are breaking structure to the downside. No imbalances are in play. There is no higher time frame push to the upside, so we will be looking for that continuation. 4 hour broke down. 1 hour broke down as well. This is a very interesting candle that we are in currently. 15-minute looking very clean. We got that nice little break of structure to the downside right here. It also did create an imbalance, which we are in currently. So what I would look for is look for your redistribution around this area of imbalance. Look for your redistribution around this area of imbalance. Look for your breakdown. Look for your lower high and then catch that continuation throughout the low. So that's exactly what we are going to do today. I don't see any reason for us to take any trades to the upside unless we get that break of structure to the upside and price breaks up here instead, confirming that switch or that shift in structure to the upside from the downside. So very, very, very clean today. All we can do is just watch and wait. Again, waiting until after 10. So we have about 5 minutes of us just chillaxing, just hanging out. How is everybody doing? It's good to see you in here, Chris. What's going on, brother? Trading been well. I saw you got another payout. Very, very proud of you, my friend. Keep up the consistency. I love to see it, my dude. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love to hear it, man. Love to hear it. It's consistent, man. And now from here, it's just a point of scaling. It's almost, it seems in a way simple when you get to the point of years and years and years of loss, right? Of years and years and years of putting time and effort into it. And it gets to the point to where it's easy and simple and yeah, it's just show up and do this, which I love though. And that's the best part is it really does pay off, man. It always does. Said, however, my tilt from last week left me with two of three funded, one left with 1 hour before blown, and the other 2.5 before blown. That's all good, my friend. That's all good, my friend. This is a lesson to be learned. You know what I mean? Um, looking back at it and knowing that it can be made back too, right? That payout that you are going to request, is that something that can be invested into further, right? Funded and continuing to scale from along there. So open and create more opportunities and notice that you close those doors and you close those opportunities from those tilts. Oh yes, sir. Looking good. Looking good. All is well. All is well, my friend. But now we know for next time, right? It's under just understanding the control factor over the stress, right? We put our own stress on ourselves by creating those situations. So to not create those situations, we create those rules. But as humans, we will get into those situations. So we also need to create those rules when we do get into those situations. My personal one is just walk away. Just turn it off, bro. Just get out. Just walk away. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Of course, man. Of course. I can't tell you how many times that's happened. But it's recognizing it, seeing it in the moment. Okay, I'm getting a little tilted, maybe a little bit frustrated, maybe a little flustered. And then what is my rule for that when that happens? If there is no rule for that, one needs to be in place. Whether that's mentally, for myself, it's mentally. And what you'll be able to do is train yourself mentally to find it secondhand. So that when it does happen and you do follow that rule next time when you do tilt, the following time after that will be automatic in your brain. It will be automatic. But we got about a minute and a half here until Price is gonna give us that entry route. Again, looking for a redistribution on lower time frames. What that is going to look like is just going to be some type of liquidity raid to the upside. So we have our push up. We are looking for a liquidity raid to the upside. Price to raise some liquidity, maybe take out some lower time frame supply, break structure to the downside, and then show us that lower high. It is a new microphone as well. It's a little bit more clear, trying to fix the mixings and the masterings. But we'll watch this lower time frame here. Again, looking for any type of move to the upside, followed by a break of structure to the downside. We already made that move into our areas of imbalance. A lot of people are going to look for price up in here as an area of supply. But I think we'll get some clean continuation to the downside here in a second. Tuesdays are personally my favorite days. But let's bring it. We're bringing the energy back. As you guys can see, I've been doing some work in the server as well. New flow guide PDF should be out by tonight. And then following that, we will be looking at creating a new little edu section, making things more organized, making things more simple, just kind of right in your face. 10 o'clock has hit now as well. Looking for a breaker structure to the downside on lower time frames. We are starting to get that. It does look very, very, very clean right here. For some continuation, move into that M15. I do actually want to grab shorts here. Maybe even stops above this high here. Keep it clean, keep it simple, keep it easy. All right, we can do it. Get about one more minute here. The reason I'm looking at that breaker structure right here currently instead is because this lower time frame, rate of highs right here, and then breaker structure to the downside on M1. And again, your 5 minutes still bearish. You have a nice little M5 imbalance as well. These are very, very clean for people to create liquidity, create stop losses below these lows. Everyone says imbalance. Take it to the upside. We just had a liquidity rate imbalance. Whereas we're looking at a little bit opposite here. I'm going to watch M1 for a couple more candles, and then we'll most likely just get in the trade. We'll take this on a personal today, and then I will be taking this on paper so you guys can see it visually. Fundeds, I will begin next week myself. I have a plan to put it out and show everything to everybody publicly. So once that is in motion and once that is executed, then I will we will begin. M1 is looking gorgeous right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this on a personal. That's what I'm doing. So now opening up the MT5. All right, let's take this. All right, so I did take a short trade. We are in one short trade currently. Where's my trading at? Sign up. So log back in. Anyway, the short looks like this. One here stops above this M1 high. Continuation downside. If we do get stopped, we'll take another one. Let me send this out. This is on just a little M1 breaker structure to the downside too. So what we were looking for with it coming back up and then breaking down is still possible. Got 4,500 as entry. I'll get GC in just a second as well. If we do not get stopped out, I haven't even sent it out yet. So this will be personal. Or whoever took it with me on live. Yep. We wait. All right, so a -1 for me. I didn't even send it out yet. No called out trade just yet, so we wait. But very, very, very similar idea. Idea is still there, just lower time frame pool with those stop losses. Can wait. Could put it up here as well, risk less. I just like my smaller stop losses personally. M1s allow for more risk for myself to allow for more outcome on a smaller move. I don't need the entire 4 hour push all the way to these lows to make that same R amount on just this move. Losing will create those opportunities as well. It kind of shows you the market gets you into the zone in a way. You'll notice it's weird, but this could be our liquidity rate currently. M1 breaks below this low, same exact thing, except your stop loss now becomes this high. Just waiting, watching and waiting now. I like this M1. Still looks gorgeous. Still looks delicious. I say back in here in just 1 second. All right, back in shorts here. Stop is just going to be that M1 high again. Again, looking for these lows. It's literally same entry as before. Now, this would be your first TPS to look for something that's guaranteed. Following that, we should see a full move into the lows. I think we run today. At least this next one down at 4417. It could be a huge move today. For 6-4. And then our final 14. All right, let's draw it out visually. Nice little M15 imbalance. M5 looks good as well. Close underneath this low. It should just continue. I think M1's just going to play around right here, but we already got that lower time frame show of hand to me. All right, now we watch, now we wait, and it goes. It has been called out now. Oh, it's still not on the paper trading. Hold on. Taking on a personal. Still not on the paper trading. I don't even know how to get onto it. We'll just run it visually here. Here you go. Found it. Found it, found it, found it. Yeah, these just straight markets. I do think we won far, far, far past this 4464, but we'll still hold it there and leave it. All right, it's been taken on paper, so it can be seen manually now or visually as well. Beautiful, beautiful move here. Here we go. Here comes continuation, and it's gone from there. It's juicy enough for me too. It should just be continuation. M3 looks good. M5 looks good. I don't see any break structures to the upside. Only reasoning for downside. A lot of people looking for longs here, but we must remember that the behavior of the chart has already shown. What do I mean by that? I mean, we got a move back into our imbalance, our area of imbalance right here. We got that push. We got that candle before candle. We got that break of structure to the downside on this push right here. Price comes back up into that area of imbalance, takes out that liquidity, opens up liquidity into the market. Now we look for some type of accumulation or distributive behavior. Now, does this show distributive behavior? Yes, it does. How so? As we're coming up here, we create those equal lows. We are liquidating highs, right? We are manipulating those highs, and then we are breaking structure to the downside on lower time frames. This M1 broke structure with this move right here, following this liquidation. This behavior right here, where it's liquidation or mitigation, that first tap, liquidation, and then that break of structure to the downside is what we're looking for every single time. So this area right here, very, very, very important because as you can see, now we get that continuation. Personal is juiced. Very, very, very clean move here. We should just run straight through the lows. Now, normally, once I take a trade like this, I have my TP set, I have my stop loss set. I'm doing whatever I want to do with my day. I'm out. I'm doing my thing. Yeah, here comes slide. Very, very, very clean move. Lower time frame still gorgeous here, especially after that breakdown right there. And five's going to move into this area of supply that it just created, which it's doing. And then we look for continuation down. So in this case, our new area of supply we are tapping into on lower time frames if it has been created. Now we just want to see us respect this and then continue down. That is our flow block. This is the current flow block entry that we are looking for, that I teach, and that is on the server. We have our liquidation, or our mitigation, our liquidation, and now our creation, which also shows my patience as well on that first trade. To be a little bit more patient for each and every click to click. Just showing my self awareness out. Alrighty, M1. Let's see what you can do. Beautiful. There goes that flow block entry. Now we look for M1 to do the same exact thing, to just keep moving down. Tap right off of that and continuation down. Like a book, man. Beautiful stuff. Hopefully no chop today. No chop, no chop. And still just sitting in the supply, chilling in the supply. We can do a lot here, so just waiting for something to show hand. I would even like additional entries here, which I may just do. Beautiful. There it goes, right off of that supply zone. Juice to the T. Here comes our full push now. Now we slide. And there go the numbers. Beautiful move, beautiful move. There go the numbers. The numbers are doing that thing. Right off of that M3 flow block right off of that M1 flow block. Very beautiful show right there. And it goes to show as far as my patience goes as well. Just waiting for the full move, right? Waiting for both the liquidation and mitigation. This time on the first one, just waited for this one. Nice. Absolutely juiced on the personal. This is disgusting. Slide, 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 my friend. Easy work. On to the next. That should be a nice little what, 2-3R, 2R. That would make it back for the one. You can definitely even move stops to this high as well. 4506 or right at entry if you entered on this move. There should be no reason to come back. Everything looks gorgeous here for some continuation down. What's going on, Turbo? Good to see you in here, my brother. Hope everything is well. Current short trade is going very, very, very well. Just waiting on some continuation now. And I believe I would say here. Yeah, yeah. More downside. Now we watch and wait. It could make a much larger move than this, but looking for that low hanging fruit, looking for that consistency, and looking to come back is the most important thing. Looking to make those opportunities for the next day. Very, very, very clean move on M1. That was almost textbook. We had that M15 move into that imbalance that we can see right here. So we first had that major, major break of structure to the downside. Something very obvious, something that showed its hand, something in our face. Price came back into that area of imbalance, tapped that candle before candle that broke structure. And then on lower time frames, we can see after we came up into that area of imbalance, what do we look for? The same exact thing. So mitigation, liquidation, and creation. Break a structure once we got to this low taken out right here. So price came up, started to show some type of bullishness, and then broke structure to the downside after liquidating highs, tapping into previous supply, and creating new supply. So it's the same behavior over and over again. Again, same exact thing here. Mitigation, liquidation, break of structure occurred on this candle. Candle before candle came. We were able to draw it out live, and then we got that continuation from there. Personal is absolutely juiced right now. All right, now it's just M1 continuation from here. I'm chilling personally. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm going to grab some water. All right, back now. Yeah, 5 minute double BOS to the downside here too. We got that breakdown here and then that um lower high, lower low, lower high here, and then we should be a lower low following that. This is our next area of supply that we're tapping into on lower time frames. Whole point is to get people to look long. Will it reverse? Will it reverse? Will it reverse? We should long it here. Stop loss below this low. Let's catch a bottom, right? And that's the whole reason that price does move down. All right. Well, we'll just watch this, let it do its thing for the next 30 minutes or so. I'm showing here to 11. In the meantime, we can take a look here. If this does end up breaking structure to the upside, this was just a liquidity rate to the downside, and the two 5 minute break of structures, along with the M15, along with everything else that showed up, was not true, and it is just liquidating and reversing, then all is well. Remember, as far as your opportunities go, when you are creating them, all you're looking for is more probability in a certain direction. You don't know if it's going to go up. I don't know if it's going to go up. I don't know if it's going to go down, but I do know that there's more probability in one direction than the other direction based off of years of experience of looking at candles, of learning, of seeing the same behaviors over and over and over again. So you can say, okay, this side will show a little bit more probability because we are hitting more X's, more checks on our box. Just chilling, just chilling. The spider one's cool. I might do a different one though for the emoji for the server. I will do this one again. I liked the purple diamond. Or we do the king one because we're all kings. No, don't do that. No. Okay. All right. As far as price goes, I mean, we're still chilling. On lower time frames, like I said, if it does break structure to the upside, end up going through up into our stop loss, all is well. I'm setting it at that lower spot now. We're not going to use this stop loss because M1 could just do the same exact thing here too. Or it just comes back into supply a few times, continues to the downside. This is a very, very clean move as far as showing manipulation, if that is the case. Many look at this as that breakout, as that bullback breakout, as a pennant breakout, as a double breaker structure to the upside on M1. All those things are being shown, but your higher time frame pool is to the downside, along with we are still holding previous areas of supply. So unless we break through that strong high that caused a new low, then we won't see price move all the way through this high. If it does not move through this high, that means we are going into this low. There it is, that clean manipulation on M1. Many, many, many. Like I said, we're looking for that long right there. They might have even got out of their shorts on that move. But as long as we're still holding that previous high that caused a new low, there should be no reason to move past it. So we just continue down. Very, very, very clean move. Now I watch. Now I wait. All right, give me 2 minutes. I'm going to use the bathroom. I will be right back. Still letting chart run. And we will be here till 11, no matter what. Not really much here, which is not a bad thing. Just means this move will be much larger than expected. There we go, M1. Let's see that continuation now. Push through those lows, we good to go. But for anybody who is struggling or feels like they're struggling with themselves mentally, you can always look outside, right? My best advice, as far as a point of confusion or a point of not understanding where you are in trading as far as success goes, as far as an area of progress, and as far as a path goes. My advice is simply um to not look outside, right? Many look outside. They look at, as far as other people, they look at other things, they look at things that they feel could be good for them. um when instead your mind will tell you what is good for you. Your mind will already tell you. So all you really have to do is look within versus the outside, when you are in those times of struggle and in those times of hurt. And a lot of the times we don't. We want to put it away, right? We want to just block it out with our minds. But what I've noticed, with trading specifically, that it has allowed me to do is be aware of that. Be aware of those times, aware of those things. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things about this journey. I've grown so much because of it, right? Yes, the money's great, but if I had the same amount, if I was making the same amount then when I first started as I am now or would be, I would not, I don't think, be as selfless or giving. I think I would be a lot more selfish. I think I would be a lot more focused on control and a look, a Instagram lifestyle versus the opposite, right? Where you find that within, and now all of a sudden your life is beautiful no matter what. When you have nothing, when you do have something, when you have everything in the world, your life is still beautiful because you can wake up and find the beauty in everything and find the value in everything. Just like you can each trade and not take each trade just to take them. Or not just wake up just to wake up, right? Or not just go to work just to go to work with a purpose. Everything you're doing is with a purpose. That's what that meaning becomes. It's not finding a purpose or finding a job or finding something like that. It's being a purpose, creating the purpose. Because you make your world. It's crazy. It's crazy. And the reason why you see traders very consistent once they reach that point of consistency is because they look for the same things. Your brain trains itself to look for the same behavior and same patterns over and over again. So if you're always looking at the positive side, when you wake up, you will be very positive because everything you are looking at is from that positive angle, right? Same exact thing with trading. If you are looking for a break of structure to the downside, if you're looking for a liquidity raid followed by a large candle with an imbalance, and then that candle before candle, all of those things will start to be shown automatically, subconsciously, more to you already because you are conscious about it. That's where that pattern, quote unquote, effect comes in of, oh, I'm just looking for this. It's programming. First, you create the program, and then you program yourself. As far as this M1 goes, we are just sitting here chopping. We have not broken that high yet. So again, I'm holding this till stop loss. I will move it down below this low though, or above this high to minimize our loss if that is the case. But you'll see this a few times. Price can even come back up to where it is right now and still break structure to the downside. I personally think it's creating a lot of liquidity for that to happen. Just due to the fact, I think that if we were to break structure to the upside and continue, it would have happened already. But all of these things are very, very, very important. I can sit here and talk all day, but until you put what I said into practice and actually see that for yourself, then you understand what I mean. Then you understand. You'll see it. It's an awareness thing. I can give you the hard reset too to start to get there, but really it's being so aware of everything and yourself. Next time you won't tilt because you'll look at yourself from that third person view, right? Call it spiritual, call it whatever you want. I think it's just a connection. I think it's a power that we all have. But call it whatever you want. I think that once it's found and once it's honed, it becomes so great. All a lot. I found out a lot, right? Going through a lot of everything in life. Um, that what they want our goals to be is not what you want your goals to be. So in the opposite, doing what nobody else does, the 1%, right? Staying home and focusing on yourself, working on yourself, and eating right, sleeping right, taking care of the people around you, taking care of random people that you see outside, not just because you want to do something nice, but because that's who you are. And it's all a mirror. Everything's a mirror. This world is. This world is a mirror to how you think. And I'm glad I have those, who are able to listen. And that's why too, um, I charge personally because already subconsciously you have to pay attention because you paid for it, right? So you have to pay attention. That's already going to get you to think about it, and then from there it's a changing of perspective. And once we change that perspective of what they have programmed us to be, then we will get that disruption, and then the world gets free. And we may feel crazy at first, right? But I think that's the best part. You got your freedom of your own thoughts now. So if my thoughts right now are telling me, "Hey, we should probably we might take this out, right? It looks like it might maybe stop us out. We might lose a couple hundred." Versus the opposite of the trade has been taken. It either goes above this high break structure to the upside and stops us out, or it goes to our TP. Has it done either of those things yet? No. So why would we do anything different? Right? Kind of the same exact thing. I don't even want to be like the one to say I'm spitting ball, but just just know. And you'll know. That's all I have to say. You'll know. All right, TM. Whoa. We watch, we wait, we wait. But yeah, definitely come in with a different energy here. It's really hard. I would say the biggest thing for myself is because I have a lot of knowledge. I have a lot of good to put out there, and I have a lot for this world. The hardest part I feel myself is putting not. I don't want to say my face up, but that person from a face value, from a something that you can see type of view up versus the opposite of here I am without my face. Meaning, here's my action, here's my work, here's what I've done, and here's what you can do as well. I don't need a face to be able to do that. Which is why it's difficult not to jump in sometimes, and just go that whole route. But I see everybody else doing it, so I don't think that will help people listen. I think that'll help people be entertained, but I don't think that'll help people listen. And entertainment is the opposite of what I'm looking for here. But I do think it needs to be crucial as well, just to see how I am as far as my reactions go, you know, so y'all can study as well. And one still broke down, so you were still chilling. No reason for us to break structure to the upside. But I've really noticed that's been the most beautiful thing about this entire journey. And I'm in it, man. It's been 5 years. I started learning, I would say 2020, but I actually started trading 2021. 5 years this July. And that was, I would say, out of everything, the biggest thing that stood out to me is that it's a mirror. Everything is a mirror. Trading taught me that life is a mirror, man. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Congrats for real, dude. Congrats. Man, it's been a journey. It's been a journey, my friend. And it's fine. It's at a point too to where it seems like it's still starting, you know? That's the craziest part about it. Said I'm going on over a year for Strictly Futures as of April. Nice, man. Nice. I bet that feels good, dude. It feels good, you know, considering like where we used to be, just so crazy everywhere. What chart do I trade? When do I take a trade? What am I looking at? And now, so I've been doing the same thing for a couple of years now. You know, pretty cool. It's pretty cool. What is going on, barcode? We don't like the barcodes. We're not checking out. We're not going. We're not shopping right now. We're instead trading, and chart is going to go down. No barcodes. No barcodes. But yeah, I would really put that out there. Out of 5 years of trading and 5 years of learning and 5 years of living and 5 years of going through it, the biggest thing that stood out to me was that fact. That it's a mirror. That trading is a mirror. And not trading. Life. Life is a mirror of how you think mentally. If you're very negative, you will see negative things all the time. You will see the bad side of people all the time. You will see the bad side of products all the time. You will see the bad side of anything that you're looking at. If you're positive about it, you'll see the good side of it. But learning that there are both sides is the best part about it. So you'll learn your dark side and your light side, and then you converge them, and now you are one. And your ego is no longer saying, hey, you should be good, or hey, you should not do that, or you should do this. Your ego is not telling you what to do, you're telling it what to do. When they talk about detachment and separation, it's not from a tangible object that we can see. It's from a program that's been programmed into us from children. That's what we're detaching from. Because truthfully, I've noticed, and I've tried it. I literally, so it's so weird, and I love this. I've I've been recording for a while now, and writing down, and just doing a lot of work as far as that goes. I would say in a couple years or so, you'll start to see some crazy stuff come out where I just sit down and I just talk in front of you all, about life and about myself and my feelings and my mind. Um, but I think that's going to be a huge eye opener because I tend to, or I've noticed, I was getting to that I literally experiment with myself all the time. I experimented with my trading journey, with my life. I let myself go homeless just to see if it would change my mindset. And it did, right? It was a hard reset of this is what's real, kind of here's reality thing. But all that goes into and stems into learning it as well. So you can detach from money, but that's not going to give you anything. What I'm getting to is you can detach from money in that case with experimenting with myself, detaching from money. But you just lose more money in the long run, just to the fact that you're making more and spending more at the same time. It's detaching from that thought process of, oh, it's going to be a bad day. I'm going to be late. Get that out of there. It's bad energy. It's not good for you. No abundance there. We want the abundance. And abundance comes from that positivity and continued growth within yourself. But using that dark side as well, that bad side. This is what they don't talk about. That bad side, that dark side, that power that you have for yourself as well. Meaning when you get angry and you do have that feeling that rises up, instead of blocking it out or distracting yourself with something else, you use that and put that into your work for yourself. I'm mad, I'm gonna go do my journal, bro. You know what I mean? Type of thing. And that will allow you to take that power that you have and put it actually into your work and get that effort that you wanted to see out of it. Because now you're using your emotions as well for good. That's what they don't tell you. That's what those mentors will never tell you. It's all good, rainbows. Everything should be happy all the time when that is never the case. We understand how we can get and how life gets. But so instead take that power and use it for yourself and for that good. Because energy can only be transferred. It cannot be destroyed, it cannot be created. You can't make the energy, you can't destroy the energy, but you can transfer it. So you'll notice too, people that you hang around do the same thing. What do I mean by that? You go to work, that one person who's always just so negative to you, even though you're so positive to them all the time. You know why? They want your energy. They want that positive energy. So yeah, they're gonna be negative to you, so they can get that positive energy um, back to allow them to continue to live on. Succubus. But once you learn that dark side of yourself as well, and you gain that power and understand that, then you can give not give it back, but allow yourself to protect yourself. The whole protect your energy thing, as far as like, oh, don't talk to people, anything like that, that's all BS. All of that's BS. You have that power. If they hate, they hate. You're getting more power, you're getting more energy from that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. They're not gonna remember that tomorrow. Or probably in the next 15 seconds. Because they don't even have the attention span. That's the craziest part. But it's all really stems back to that energy and mirror of your energy. And that would go into this. Let's say I had bad energy in this moment. Let's say I had bad energy in this specific trade and I wanted to or we took this trade and it's been sitting right here, right? Just kind of going back and forth, not really showing anything. If my energy was bad, I'm only looking at the bad sides. I'm only telling myself, well, it's probably going to take me out right here. Probably going to take me out right here. Maybe I end up taking out my trade. Maybe I even take a long because I think it's going to go to the upside, and then I get stopped out from that as well. All because my energy is negative. All because I'm being negative towards the situation that's in front of me right now. You could go there and you could say I lost money today, or you could go there and you could say I followed my plan. And if your plan is foolproof, if it's set in math, in literal math, then why would it be wrong? Is the math problem wrong? No. It's common sense, right? All we need to do at that point is follow it, but it takes so much trial and error and experience and learning our own mentalities to get to that point. And that's the hard part that people don't want to go through. Which is why trading is so lucrative when it does hit. Because those that are consistent have continued in unlimited abundance found from their own mindset, from their own lives and their own journeys. No matter what, it's going to continue. Life keeps going, right? Think about that really, really bad thing that happened to you in your life. Did you think you were going to get out of that at that time? No. You probably freaked out. You probably went crazy. But did you get out of it? Yes. So would you again? Yes. And probably stronger this time, right? And quicker and faster and better and ready for more, right? Like it's once it's realized, once it's found, it's abundance. So keep it going, keep it going. I know I say a lot, and I know I talk a lot, but I got a lot to share, man. I got a lot to share. I think everybody can learn. It is 11, but I don't want to go right now. It's getting so good. The conversation was getting so good, man. I don't want to go right now. We'll wait a little bit longer. We can make them wait. But yeah, man, definitely focus on that. All of it is energy. All of it. And y'all just got game. Y'all just got game. we still can't move down from here, so we're chilling right now. Until we're stopped out, we're chilling. Nothing's still showing hand as of yet. I think a lot of this is just to get shorts ready, some to get some liquidity ready for the downside. As we are actually still holding lower time frames. Could even liquidate this and go. I am still on the personal as well. Did not rate that high. Maybe it holds it. Makes equals. Don't know. We will see. But yes, all of it is. All of it is. And that is change. You'll notice too, that's huge change. It's huge change. I've noticed for myself. As far as repeating things goes. Because for the first, I would say 4 years, it was straight repetition, but of only the same robotic behavior. Meaning show up X time, look for X thing, look for X trade, take X trade, right? Very, very good. But I had blocked out the emotions the entire time. The entire time I had blocked out the emotions and distracted myself from those emotions as they were happening. So if something happened, it was fuck it, on to the next, right? Which is good and bad. Bad because it was more so of not caring and not detachment. But let's do it. It's time for abundance. It's time we change things. I don't know if you can feel it, but I just feel a different energy. But everything from what you see on your advertisements on your phone to what you see when you wake up, the numbers, everything that you see is for a reason. Not love being called crazy until they come back 2 weeks later and ask me how I read their mind. When it's not the case. It's just how we're programmed. It's all the same. We're all the same. We're all humans at the end of the day. And I noticed too, I was doing a lot of research as well on AIs and these bots and dudes that are trying to just make robots out of their trading strategies. Um I did a lot of data research and a lot of looking back, and that's not what brings you those consistent long-term results because you're giving it to somebody else. You're giving up your energy to something else. It's not your energy that is giving the outcome. I've noticed quicker scaling, I would say. Quicker scaling and quicker growth within just personal traders. All right, we rated that lower time frame area of supply right here, all of this liquidity from the past like 20 minutes or so. So it should definitely make the move now. I don't think this is refreshed because I believe we just spiked. Yes, we did, and TradingView froze it. Clean, 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 clean. Yeah, M1 still looks good. I don't see any reason, like I said, for movement to the upside here. Yep, there goes that M1 push. Still same exact thing. Did it break this high? No. So where's it going? To the lows, right? Same exact thing. All right, still cooling and bullying here. I'm gonna give it to 11:15 here. 6 more minutes, and then we will go ahead and end the stream for today. And we will be back here tomorrow at around the same time. There is FOMC meeting minutes at 2 p.m. If we get stopped, we get stopped. All is well. We'll be on to the next. This will be the only trade for today as well. I already took that one earlier. Small loss. I actually took it with 10 times the amount less than I was supposed to, so it worked out. It's supposed to be a lot, ended up being zero point 0.1. So that was fine. And then now we're in this one currently. It'll be about 600 lost if it does hit that, but I still think we can move to the downside from here. All of it, man. All of it. I'm so excited for the future. I'm so excited for tomorrow. I will give it about 3 more minutes here, and then we will go ahead and end it for today. I will be updating it as we go along. I'm really just kind of waiting for a show of hand here. If it just pushes up and says fuck you, or pushes down and says amazing. One of the two. We just need her to speak for us. One still looks good. If you get a breakdown here, it's still going down. Literally, my boy. Literally, my boy. It feel like worse than that, man. I haven't seen a Tuesday like this in a minute. And was all this pre-market too? No, this is 9:30. No, this was all technically pre-market. 9:30 hit here. 9:30 was this candle. Okay, maybe it's showing now. Maybe it's showing now. We are starting to break through now. If this doesn't show a liquidity rate and the next candle pushes down below past this one, then we are looking at a shift in structure to the upside. And we will take it out. Oh, it's a very, very, very long stop out if it does get stopped out. But again, it could literally still liquidate these highs and just continue down from here. I like the look. It would make a lot of sense. It could literally do what it's doing right now. This is why we hold till stop loss. One of the two. Let's give us a direction here. Below this low, we're looking great. Above this high, not so much. It is coiled here, so move comes very soon. It does look like we are starting to break structure to the upside now through these highs. And it literally could still come lower here. But all is well. I do think I'm gonna take the stop out here. Take our -1 for the day and be on to the next. Let's confirm that. So closing position here, all out. -1 on the day. Let's put that up. Yeah, we'll take it out here, call it a day, be on to the next. It could still move to the downside, but I'd just rather create more opportunities in the future. Yes, sir. You as well, my friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me today. I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day, my friend. Oh, okay.